Welcome to Cindy's Creative Inspirations. Hi, I'm Cindy Echtenaw, owner and designer at StampingScrapping.com. I am so excited to bring you this video featuring the new Sizzix Embossing Diffusers, the new Holtz Tattered Flower Die, the Holtz Ranger Distress cardstock collection in the card front size, some various Spellbinders dies. I'm using the Holtz Distress inks in Tumbled Glass, Dusty Concord, and Dried Marigold. The Holtz Foliage metal pieces. The Holtz Sizzix embossing folder, and my stamps called Floral Blessings. So let's get started and I will teach you how I made this card. I've already pre-assembled some of the items for this video to save time, but I will explain in detail how I completed all of these items. So to begin with, you need a 6x6 card front. Then I've cut an accent piece that is 1/4 inch smaller. And then I took and cut an accent strip here and used this EK Success edge punch to do my accent right here. So all of these are attached, and now I want to show you how to work the new Sizzix Embossing Diffusers. These are able to be used in all the leading die cut machines. I have not figured out how to use them in the grand caliber yet, but I will, and I'll post that on this video as soon as I figure that out. So I'm using the Cuttlebug simply because I don't have a Big Shot or a Vagabond. I have the Big Shot Pro and it's too large to use for the video. So the sandwich to create with these diffusers, and you actually get 3 templates. You get an oval, an elongated oval, and a circle. And then you get the 3 inserts of those shapes to use as well, and I'll show you how to use both. So the sandwich for this would be your A plate, which is your base plate, and then you need your embossing folder, which I'm using the Holtz embossing folder. Your paper goes inside that, and then you use your embossing diffuser. Now you can use any of the shapes. I just use the oval. And then the next step is a B plate on top. So again, your sandwich is an A plate, your embossing folder with your paper inside, the diffuser, and a B plate. And you're going to run that through your Cuttlebug. And this is what you are left with. Wherever the diffuser was does not emboss. So that gives you a beautiful unembossed shape in the middle, but the beautiful embossed shape on the outside. So now let me show you how you would use the other embossing diffuser. Again, the sandwich is the same, only this time you're going to use the insert shape of the oval instead of the actual template itself. Placing the B plate on top, we're going to run it through. And this time it's going to emboss only where we use the shape. So this time you're going to get the shape embossed. This is one that I did using that same shape using the new Coordinations cardstock Distress collection from Holtz. And then you can either sand it or use your inks to distress. So here is our piece that we've used, which is what I've used here. And now let me show you how I colored that. On the raised side, I am going to take Tumbled Glass, Dusty Concord, Dried Marigold, and the ink blending tool, and ink up your tool and then just go in a circular motion to add the color as desired. And now I'm going to use my Floral Blessings clear stamps, and I'm going to ink up using the Dusty Concord. Now these are clear, so you can see exactly perfectly placing them as you stamp. And I'm going to stamp over what I've just colored. And if there's a place that you need to add a little more color, of course you can go in and do that right now, just like here. Now the next step is I have used the Petite Oval Scallop die number 3 for this outside edge. I've used the Petite Regular Ovals number 2 for my sentiment, which is also from the Floral Blessings. And I'm going to simply take the pop dots off and add those right here to the center of my card. Adding my adhesive, I will place this right on my card front. Now, for the tattered flower strip, which is this one, I used the distressed cardstock and I just placed different pieces of it along here. So when I got all of my pieces out, I had all these different colors that coordinate with the background on my card. I already took my petal roller from Imaginis and softened all of these flowers and took the edge here, wrapped it on here, and then just curled them up. And now it's just as simple as stacking them in whatever way that you want them. They all have holes in them already. So you can see that these pieces from the Tim Holtz foliage have holes in the centers as well and then come with the brad. So that's what I'm using here for my very center piece. And then I'm going to build my flower from there. I'm going to add my leaves to the back. And there is my flower. And of course you can move your leaves around or however you want to place them. And then I'm going to simply use some of the best glue ever, which it truly is, and place this on my card front. Now the last step that I did was took some white pearls and I found Copic markers that were my exact colors that I used from the Distress cardstock and the Tim Holtz Distress inks. And I colored them, and now I'm going to add them to my card. And that finishes my card. So here is the card that I originally did, and this is the one that I created and showed you all the steps. Happy creating! Thanks for watching. All of these items in this video can be found on StampingScrapping.com.